course, it is important the benefit of those that want to watch us. We are doing everything to make sure that things are rolling and are working perfectly. I've just noticed that the one I've started with, let's talk about that. We also have good evening from this side, good evening from your side as well. Welcome on board. Egberanle.
Hello.
About mute the background here, Egberanle. We can hear you loud and clear.
I don't know. I'm sorry, my brother. What time are you doing by? Because we are.
Can you mute the background noise? There's something.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you, my brother.
So, 11:30.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm using it.
Ẹ̀yin wọ yàrá lọ kẹjẹ káwọn tó wà ń pálọ̀ máa gbọ́n tán sọ. Tìbí fóònù ló wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin. Ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Ọlọ́run àgbà àgbà yín. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ tí sùn lọ́dọ̀ yín.
Àmín.
Ẹ̀rẹ̀ tí sùn lọ́dọ̀ yín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Ọlọ́run àgbà àgbà yín. Ẹ ṣé gan ni Ọlọ́run àgbà àgbà yín. I really appreciate.
It's okay.
I really appreciate.
Thank you.
Obìnrin tó sọ̀rọ̀ tán yẹn ó ti parí ọ̀rọ̀.
Okay.
Tó fi lè jóbìnrin tó sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Good evening.
Lọ́tí ní ẹgbẹ́ kan obìnrin Ọlọ́run gba ayé fún lọ́wọ́.
Ẹbí èsì ẹ̀.
Gbogbo agbára láyé àti lọ́run ọ̀dọ̀ obìnrin ló wà.
Okay.
Àwọn tó ń gbé tó bá ti ń jáde báyìí tó bá ti ń sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó bá kú tó bá ti jáde kò sí nǹkan tó máa jẹ́ torí mi ò kì í ṣe Ọlọ́run. Ẹ̀rọ kan wọn máa gbé ní kálukú wa. Wọ́n ní kó wá yàgbà kó wá yọ̀bọ̀n. Ṣùgbọ́n ìwọ náà wá ṣe kí ni wá fi ìgbà tó bá ní kó wá fi kú wá fi dá sí i. You said it on your broadcast just now. You want to kidnap our mother.
Yes. Show the screen. Yeah.
So anything on the logo, I think I remember when I was in primary school or secondary school. I was about the bamboo. Where are you now? On the comedy on Instagram, I think your poverty is even more than your level of education now. It's not like mocking you. Oh yeah, now a cowboy. A ní láti mú ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run Yorùbá ọkùnrin pa bí àgbo ni ó máa kọrin pa tẹbítẹbí tarata mọ́ ni because ó ń kidnap àwọn ọmọ ẹlòmíì ẹni kò kàn yín because you are one position wọ́n kidnap ó kàn àwọn ọmọ ẹlòmíì ẹni kò kàn yín ẹni tó graduate gan kò rí nǹkan kan tó lè fi point pé graduate lò talkless of ẹni wà ń ṣe graduate lásán ẹ̀yin kan ẹ̀yin dẹ̀kan ẹ̀dẹ̀ jókòó lórí ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run á gbà fún wa o. Gbogbo àwọn tó bá gba olóbìnrin kan tó ṣe program dé I think it's in Germany o.
Òṣàtọ́lá nìyẹn ẹni bá fẹ́ wá díẹ̀ mà tiẹ̀ ó fẹ́ wálẹ̀ nìyẹn Òṣàtọ́lá nìyẹn.
Tó fi jóbìnrin tó fi lè múra bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fi wọ̀ fún gbogbo àgbáyé lórí afẹ́fẹ́.
Òṣàtọ́lá nìyẹn.
Gbogbo tó bá fojú rí tó bá ro tiẹ̀ níbi bí apá tẹ́bí tara tọ́mọ.
Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
Gbogbo tó bá fojú rí tó bá rú tọmọbìnrin yẹn ní láburúṣẹ́ láburú àbátẹbítẹbí dára tọmọ.
Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
tó fi lè tó sórí afẹ́fẹ́ ní tálí ibi tó wà o àbótú àjàgbé náà kan wà nínú bí ẹ ti bí ní ojú alẹ́ nítorí tẹbí dára tọmọ. mo sọ pé Yorùbá àwọn làwọn á ń dìbà so ìwọ tá a bá jáwọ́ dìbàjẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wa máa lójútùú.
Okay. All right.
kúrèkì Ọlọ́run máa gbà fún wa o gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti sòótọ́ agẹmọ ìlú yín tó ń pè lára agẹmọ mọ́nìdínlógún abiyin tẹ̀bí dára tọmọ.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a caller from US. A very good evening in Focus, Nigeria. Do not be deceived by that name. She is a complete, full-blown Yoruba woman. A very good evening to those watching. Tunde Michael, Fumilayo, all the way from Akure, Babawa Michael Oguntoyibo. I greet all the pastors, the reverend. I say good evening to you and thank you for being with us, not just from the spiritual side, also from the advice that you are giving us. Asking for Odudua does not mean that we will not have Christianity anymore inside a new nation. We say Salamu Alaikum to all our Imam and our Sheikh. We give them the greetings because we know because they communicate with us and they are telling us to tell you that they are fully behind us. Mo kí gbogbo orí adé tó ń wò wá. You might be surprised. Yes, the royal fathers are also watching me, likewise watching every one of us. We understand their position based on the way the system has been set up inside that contraction called Nigeria. But they're telling us to tell you all that they are also preparing and they're working and to make sure that we peacefully exit out of this contraction. When you hear the word Nigeria, what comes onto your mind? What is something that comes onto your mind when you hear Nigeria? What is the something that triggers you when you hear the word Nigeria? What can you think of? When somebody said, oh, that Nigerian, what is the something that triggers you? Every day I receive different calls of encouragement, prayers, contribution. Somebody called me this evening and was trying to make sure that he tells me from his own point of view that Tinubu is doing very well. I listened carefully. He said Tinubu has been bringing the best brain from the country, outside the country, back to Nigeria to work. He said we should not condemn him. I listened. The conversation lasted for less than 18.49 seconds. We have a call that is coming all the way from Oman, our beautiful sister.
Hello, ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Àwa nìyẹn.
Ẹ dẹ̀ ká lọ́dọ̀ yín lọ.
Ẹ ṣe sùúrù, Àjọkẹ́ já gbọ́ Oman tó ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ẹ gbéra ńlẹ̀ màmá wa.
Tí bá ti ronú sí Nàìjíríà, ẹ máa já gàrà ni.
Tẹ́ bá ronú sí Nàìjíríà, ẹ̀yin máa já gàrà. Kí ló ń já yín láyà gangan?
Mo serious bọ̀dá mi.
Kí ló ń já yín láyà tẹ́ bá gbọ́ Nàìjíríà? Kí ló ń já yín láyà?
Ẹ̀mí mi ò séèfù ni. Ẹ̀mí àwọn kidnapper, àwọn ọlọ́pàá gbogbo wọn.
Ìyẹn ló
ń yìnbọn. Àwọn Fúlàní.
Ìyẹn ló ń já yín láyà.
Àgbàdì tí mo nílé sí ní Sango Ọ̀tà. Àwọn Boko Haram, àwọn Fúlàní, àwọn ọlọ́pàá gbogbo wọn ló ń bà mí lẹ́rù. Security ò sí, ọ̀nà gan ò dáa kò sí ná. Mo wà ní ọ̀mọ́ àti mo ti ń jìyà mo láìkẹ́ tó mo rí náà lò mo dẹ̀ rí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì lò.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run.
Kí n máa fọ fóònù mi nílùú.
Màmá mi ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ méjì kan nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ sọ tán nísìnyí. Ẹni ó pé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà ní Oman tí ẹ̀ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹrú ju pé kẹ́ wà nílùú tí wọ́n ti máa pa yín lọ tó ti bí yín sí.
Bọ̀dá mi mo serious bọ̀dá mi mo ná mọ sí Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n gàjẹ́ kí n káwọn ẹbí mi wá sí ìjọba ká máa jìyà gan papọ̀. Torí ibi tí mo rí náà lò tí mo rí íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì.
Kábíyèsí Ọlọ́run.
Mo ti parí ọdún méjì ní ìṣẹ́jú pa àti Nàìjíríà mi lọ sí Nàìjíríà mo sọ fún àwọn èèyàn mo ní mi ìwálé o ẹ̀rù ń bà mí.
Ẹ̀rù ń bà yín.
Mo ní mi bọ̀dá mi ibi tí mo nílé sí ní Sango Ọ̀tà níyàn ló gbò. Ẹ̀rù tí n bá wà ń bẹ̀ gan-an tí mo bá wà ń bẹ̀ èmi lè sùn mọ́jú.
Èmi lè sùn mọ́jú kò sí ná. Eṣinṣin ajẹ́yàn, mosquito ajẹ́yàn, security kò sómi. Ṣé omi wọnú yàrá àbó wọnú kitchen àbí wọnú balùwẹ̀?
Níbo ni ṣe ní Nàìjíríà bí
ní location 9 ní location romanike ní location 9 ni mo ń sọ ní Sango tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn ni ṣé omi wọlé kò sómi.
Ibo lẹ ti máa rí kódà mi ibi ìgbó tí mo wà yìí lọ́mọ tí mo wà nínú gbèkú gan ni torí kò sóúnjẹ mi ìrí iṣu jẹ mi ìrí yẹn jẹ jùmọ̀ ojoojúmọ́ àti kó bọ́ọ̀sì là ń jẹ tí kò bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe wà ní tí màá ti ní ibi tí màá ti ní gbogbo nǹkan tí mo dì máa ẹ̀yìn máa wà lókè tí màá máa káàkiri ló káàkiri ìlú tẹ̀mí mi ò ní séèfù mi iná lò tí mi íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì lò tí mi ní kú.
bí ẹ̀ ní kú.
mo ti wà níbi báyìí náà ọdún méjì mo ti lò tán ó yẹ kí n padà sílé mi lò lọ́lé mo ń sọ fáwọn tájú wà lórí ọmọ àwọn ní mi lọ́lé wọ́n ní ẹ kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo ní mi lọ. wọ́n ní kí n lọ sí mo ní mi sí mi kí wàá mi kí n máa jìyà ló pè mí kí n lọ sí Nàìjíríà.
so ẹ̀rù ṣá ló ń bà yín ṣá ẹ̀rù ló ń gbọ́n yín ẹ̀rù.
mo ní mo ti escape nílẹ̀ mo ní mo ti escape ní Nàìjíríà mi lọ mọ́ mo ní mi lọ àwọn èèyàn mi ní ẹ̀ mo ní mi lọ sẹ́ẹ̀.
Emmanuel, my brother from Enugu State is watching. A very good evening to you. So, ṣé pé ẹ̀rù ṣá ló ń bà yín?
A máa ṣe ìlú ọ̀ma olùgbò ara ni.
Lágbára Ọlọ́run.
Àìkú gbà mí o, bọ̀dá mi má yẹ kí n tàn yín.
Okay.
Ìparọ́ fún yín, mo lè wà nínú mò ń fọ ẹ wo ọmọ ìdààmú tí sọ̀rọ̀ gbọ́ fún ọmọ ìdúrà. Ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn tá a kò ní Nàìjíríà ta ni àwa ti lu ọ̀ma. Ṣé àmọ́ pé a máa jìyà lu ọ̀ma ni? Ṣé àmọ́ náà bá máa jìyà? Ṣé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ kò nílùú yín tẹ́ lọ sí skul tẹ́ ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ ṣe nílùú yín tẹ́ wá sí lòlú ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá tẹ́ kò nílùú yín tẹ́ lọ sí skul tẹ́ sáàfù tẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ṣé ẹ̀mọ̀ pé ẹ bá dé lọ́mọ ẹ máa jìyà ni ẹ máa jìyà tó kí ni kò kí ń ṣèlú yín.
Ṣé pé èèyàn máa jìyà nítorí èèyàn ti mọ̀? Àbẹ̀sẹ̀ Ọlọ́run.
Bọ̀dá mi àwọn tó bá ti ẹ̀mí ìwà ti sún lórí fọ́nrán màá ní ìyàṣẹ́ ẹ̀rù pé máa jìyà ní ẹ̀wá nígbà ọ̀gbọ́n rẹ̀ màá ní mo ti gba tèmi sí kámú mo ti gba tèmi sí kámú.
ẹ ti gba kámú.
kípa àti Nàìjíríà ẹbí mi ò sí èbù tí ò sí ná mo ti gbà sí kámú o.
tó ẹ ṣe gan.
wọ́n lọ sí ń gba kí dàbí àwọn UK kí n gba ìwé wọn kí n dùkú síbi kí n láì sílé mi torí Nàìjíríà ò dáa.
Nàìjíríà ò dáa.
àwọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ gan mi ìdílé mu wọn tó pé kí ni ilẹ̀ yìí ti sún wọn. láyé ti sún wọn.
láyé sún wọn.
nígbà tó bá sóyún tó máa jẹ kí ló ohun mi pọ̀ ju ẹ má bínú.
ẹ gbéra lẹ̀ màmá.
ẹ̀yọ́ wọ́n gbé lédì kan nìbàdàn òun àti boyfriend lọ sóko.
mo rí.
wọ́n la ẹ̀gbẹ́ yẹn. wọ́n fi wá ṣe ipe ká máa jẹra wa lẹ́sẹ̀ ká má ní òótọ́ ká má nínú kan síra wa. torí àwọn Fúlàní ti gbé èdè wa. ilé ẹ̀ wọ àwọn òyìnbó tó wà láàbù ní UK tó ń sọ Yorùbá lẹ́nu. kí tẹ́ bá rí pé èèyàn dúdú ni wọ́n ṣẹ̀ ní wọ́n pé Yorùbá ni wọ́n. àwọn Fúlàní yẹn ló jí wọn lọ́mọ gbé ọmọ bàbá wa náà lọ́ pa níjọ́sí wọ́n ní kò kí ṣe Fúlàní Yorùbá ló bá ìgbà tó máa mú wọn kọ́ ṣé Fúlàní kọ́ náà rí mú. ní nǹkan kí wọ́n ṣe bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe.
I own a farm in Lalate town.
fídíò ọmọ tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn òun la fi sórí fọ́nrán báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ díẹ̀ nú ẹ̀ ṣe gan màmá wa.
Myself and my fiancé, my fiancé also manages a processing factory not too far from my farm.
Ti lọ díẹ̀.
And so, but I have a house on my farm, so he has a room in my farm. We stay there. So he goes to his own place, comes to my place to stay, and then on Friday we come to Ibadan together. And so we were coming back home that day. The farm to Lalate town is about an hour drive, between 45 to an hour drive. And then we were coming back when I think we were almost at the town when all of a sudden I just saw that.
Almost at what town?
Lalate town.
So your farm is how many hours drive from Lalate? About an hour drive.
From Lalate.
So on getting to the town, what happened?
Almost to the town. We're not in the town yet.
Okay.
Almost to the town. I was like, raised up my my head and I saw the Fulani guys.
Did you say Fulani?
Yes, they were Fulani. They were dressed as Fulani. So they were armed. They had the cutlass, and then they wanted us to stop. So we swerved and tried to outrun them. So I was hoping we could escape. So we left those ones, and we didn't know there was another one in the front again. He was probably waiting for us, anticipating that we might make a run for it. And that was how he shot into the car.
He shot into the car?
He shot into the car. And that went straight and hit my fiancé on the head, at the back of his head. And I don't even know. It was so fast. I didn't even know what to do for a while. You cannot.
Aṣẹ́dùmarè.
Nípa fídíò tẹ́ fi hàn yẹn. Mo máa sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ sí yín. Àwọn èmi ọmọ bíbí Igbóọrà ni mí ibi tó ń sọ yẹn gbogbo àdúgbò yẹn ni mo mọ̀ nítorí ẹ̀ ni àwọn ní tó jẹ́ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi kọ̀ọ̀kan tó àtẹjọ́ ọmọ ìlú yẹn àwọn gan gbọ́ mi ní ètò yìí mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn àti ọba àti ìjòyè tó ti kún gbogbo àwọn ṣiṣẹ́ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó wà mẹ́rin náà àwọn náà ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ tó já burú dájà àwọn náà ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ dèrò wà. Eré àìníkan tó popular tó àfáàkẹ́ tó ń pè lọ́kọ̀ olóyún ibẹ̀ ọ̀nà yẹn ni.
béèyàn bá
fúlàní yẹn náà ni.
béèyàn bá sọ pé Nàìjíríà níwájú yín kí ló máa kọ́kọ́ wá sọ́kàn yín.
Nàìjíríà ìlú má jẹ́ ìlú wẹ́n ẹ má jẹ́ kí n jẹ Odùduwà àìnú òun ló jẹ mí lọ́kàn.
ìyẹn lọ́kàn ẹ tẹ̀ kọ́ nípa Nàìjíríà rárá mo rí pé ẹ fi sàn kankan lórí ẹ.
kò sí wúlò kan tó wúlò fún mi ìyá ni ọmọ mẹ́ta ni tó ti lálẹ́ kí n má torí màá máa bu gbogbo wọn lépè ni gbogbo wọn ni màá máa bì lépè.
àbèsí ẹ.
ànáwó àwọn àbí iṣẹ́ mẹ́ta mò ń ṣe.
iṣẹ́ mẹ́ta.
mo ní accident kan tí bá send ẹ̀ sí ẹ̀ pariwo ni. kéèyàn máa ṣiṣẹ́ mẹ́ta èèyàn ò lè sùn. ẹ rí mi ò kí ń pè sórí ìpè mi ò kí ń pè mi ò ráyè bàbá Èkìtì gan mo fẹ́ pè sórí mi ò lè tò bí mo ṣe ta mi change aṣọ mo fẹ́ change aṣọ mo tún jáde.
àbèsí Ọlọ́run.
aṣọ oríire n ò lè ṣoríire tọmọtọmọ wọn kò sí. ọmọ kan tí mo nǹkan ó tún ní ẹ̀gbọ́n ìwàhálà yìí ti pọ̀ jù ó lọ wọ́ owó tún lọ rọ̀ kádà ẹni ó ti finish o àti 3 years ló ti finish kò síṣẹ́ tirẹ̀ àálẹ̀ ló máa dájọ́ fún gbogbo wọn.
àṣẹ Èdùmàrè.
tá à ń jìyà ń bí gbogbo wọn èmi àtàwọn fámìlì mi ká ti dààmú ní anybody kìíní petition bẹ́ẹ̀ sáyẹn anybody ní ní fún lówó. bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà gan àwọn ni wọ́n ló bá wọn sáyẹn. ìgbà tó ń bọ̀ pé dáàdì yẹn ni wọ́n ní àwọn ti bá wọn sáyẹn. anybody tìyá tó bí mi gan mi ní sẹ́ndì owó. Oye tí mo sáàmì ṣe fámìlì ìbéèrè ojoojúmọ́ ìyá tó ti wọ 80 ṣé mi lọ́ọ́ yẹ pé tó gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ó ní nǹkan tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yẹ pé kó máa ṣe.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
tìlù bá jẹ́ kìlù dá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni tìlù bá.
èmi kẹ́ bí mo ṣe wà yìí August 10 òun mo pé 62. ìgbà mélòó ló kù fún mi Mr. Koi ìgbà mélòó àsìkò tó yẹ pé rìtáyà ni ẹ mọ̀ pé bí báyìí ta wà yìí wọ́n ti máa sẹ́ǹdì ìwé rìtáyà wọ́n sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀ wọ́n bọ́ ṣe sẹ́ǹdì ẹ̀ ó yẹ pé rìtáyà ni ní ọdún yìí tí n bá fẹ́.
nígbà tẹ dárúkọ benefit ló bá wa lọ sí mo lọ sórí website.
kí n tó sanwó mọ́gẹ́jì kí n tó san kínní kánìmì ní mọ́gẹ́jì lórí mi ò ní kínní ni owó yẹn tó mi jẹun èmi nìkan àti ìyàwó mi.
mo lọ sórí website.
ó wà ní location 9 àbí kí náà ń pè.
oníríṣiríṣi benefit ló wà ó ní how benefit work benefit calculation universal credit tax credit job seekers allowance low income benefit carers and disability child benefit benefit for family eating and housing benefit death and death benefit gbogbo ẹ ló wà ní UK.
nítorí ẹ̀ta bá ti gbódùdúà gbogbo ẹ̀ ní lágbára Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ ìṣeéṣe fún wọn Odùduwà á gbé wá á dẹ̀ gbà á lágbára Ọlọ́run.
àṣẹ Èdùmàrè o tó
á gbà á.
ẹ ṣé gan sir thank you very much.
You're welcome.
ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ o good evening Val Ojo is a late night broadcast it won't be too long. When you hear the word Nigeria, what is something that triggers your heart or your mind? I want to show the screen for the benefit of those on Instagram. So I'm going to turn the camera slightly so you can at least monitor what we are showing on the screen, because we can't still get the software working to bring you up to date We have a call that is coming through that I can see. I'm just going to quickly take that call. A very good evening. Ajoke Proper. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Mo kí yín o, ẹ kálẹ́ o, ẹ kú ètò.
Ètò nìyẹn.
Ọlọ́run máa bá wa tó o.
Aṣẹ́dùmarè.
Ọlọ́run á fún yín ṣe o.
Àmín.
Ẹ ní ṣìṣe.
Àmín.
Àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ ń ṣagbátẹrù ká lè gba Odùduwà nation. Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kí ọ̀fọ̀ oró báyìí o.
Àmín.
Tọmọtọmọ tẹbí tará bìjà ìlú
Àmín
fàyà.
Allah. Àmín Allah.
Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Odùduwà o.
Wọ́n kí ẹ kétékété.
Ọ̀nkú Yọ̀mí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ̀ ń béèrè ní ìsìn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Òun lèmi àti ẹnìkan ti jọ ń fà lórí gúrùpù wa.
Ẹ ṣì wò ká gbọ́.
Ní èní.
Béèyàn bá gbọ́ Nàìjíríà kí ló máa ń kọ́kọ́ wá sẹ̀mí èèyàn? Tó bá pe Nàìjíríà létí ẹ báyìí kí ló máa kọ́kọ́ wá sẹ̀mí yín?
Orí mi àwọn kọ́kọ́ fò orí mi máa tẹ̀ wọ́n kọ́kọ́ fò lọ nínú.
Kàbíyèsí ẹ̀.
Àwọn bọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ogun.
Ó yá ẹgbẹ́
Bí a
lálẹ́.
ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ ní gúrùpù, àwọn èyí la máa ń ṣàdúrà fún orílẹ̀-èdè wa. Wọ́n wá ń ṣàdúrà yẹn pé Ọlọ́run bá wa tún Nàìjíríà ṣe. Mo gbọ́ àárín yẹn báyìí, mo kọ́kọ́ tiẹ̀ nù. Wọ́n á lọ fún wọn lésì. Mo ní mi ò fẹ́ máa gbọ́ ẹjọ́ torí ọlọ́mọ bẹ̀ mí ni. Ẹjọ́ ṣé kì í ṣe ọmọ Yorùbá ni? Ọmọ Yorùbá ni yín náà tí ẹ gbọ́ nípa Odùduwà ni. Kẹ̀mà sí nǹkan tí àǹtí Yorùbá mi fà. Àwọn ògbọ́n kankan ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ wà nílùú òyìnbó ẹ̀yin nìkan lẹ̀ ń gbọ́. Mo ní gbogbo Nàìjà ló ti sáyìn petition jù. Nàìjà tẹ wá sọ pé ẹ gbọ́ Odùduwà. Mo ní ṣe rí Odùduwà èmi àjàntí mi àjọba ogun yẹn fà débi pé ó fẹ́ lè sá fún wa lórí group. Mo ní ẹ má máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ location 9 lèbi tẹ̀ máa ń pè. Mo ní ẹ má máa sọ lórí group yìí mọ́.
Location
Ẹ má sọ
confusion.
Odùduwà. Ẹ má sọ fún wọn pé k'Ọlọ́run bá wa tún ilẹ̀ Odùduwà ṣe. Location 9 yẹn ẹ má máa sọ létí tèmi mọ́. Èmi ò tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́mọ Uncle Yomi. Mi ò tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́mọ. Me and my family, we are Odùduwà. We want Odùduwà nation. Inshallah the
Inshallah.
Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fi fún wa.
Àmín.
Bá ní ìdìbò ohun tí mo sọ fún woman yẹn lẹ́yìn nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní àwọn gbogbo àwọn sójà anything àwọn Haúsá ló wà ń bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní wọ́n wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ o. A ní sẹ́ Odùduwà ìyàwó gbà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Báwo lẹ ṣe máa gbà ogun máa ní mo ní mi ò lè wá kú kò lè joyè ilé bàbá ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú lè mí ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú òde kò ń ṣojú
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ọmọ Akínní mi. So ẹ má máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ tẹ́ bá sọ ẹni wàhálà kò sẹ́ni kankan tó bá sọ báyìí mo máa gbá ya ni pé a ní sẹ́ má máa sọ̀rọ̀ location 9 létí tèmi mọ́. So ní àti gbà ilé yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìbàdàn ní ìjẹta Uncle Yomi. Wọ́n ní àwọn wèrè Fúlàní náà ni bí nǹkan tí ẹ ṣó nísìn.
Fúlàní.
Wọ́n ní àwọn Fúlàní yẹn wọ́n dẹ ẹ̀rọ lọ sí
Fúlàní náà ṣá ni.
olóko nìbàdàn.
Fúlàní náà ṣá ni. Fúlàní yìí.
Ó dẹ̀ mú olóko yẹn dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ mú màálù wa jẹ oko òun kí ló fà wàhálà wọ́n dẹ̀ ni wọ́n gé bàbá yẹn lápá.
Mo rí fídíò yẹn wọ́n sẹ̀ndẹ̀ sí mi wọ́n gé ọmọ yẹn lápá. Àbèsí
Wọ́n
ẹ̀.
wá lọ sọ fún olórí gọ́vùnà kò ní nǹkan kan ṣe sí o.
Hey. Gunmen break into Kaduna School, Saya community in large numbers on motorcycles, also raided many houses in the area before heading to the school. Is that a country? I'm asking everybody.
No, it's not a country.
Ìlú ńlá?
It's rubbish.
Rubbish.
Rubbish. Wàláyé.
Ẹja kó ṣì kúrò ní ìlú burúkú.
Ká má kó fàyà kù.
Torí kò tó gẹ́ enough is enough. Ẹ ṣé gan.
Bí ọ̀rọ̀ woman tó sọ̀rọ̀ ní òun máa nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa ń bíbá ìkan mo tí a lè dúró.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn máa jà náà ni pé ẹjọ́ sí ó hùn wá ni. A máa ṣiṣẹ́ àwa la máa ṣiṣẹ́ o. Wàláì bóyá la máa ná $50 nínú owó.
Gbogbo owó yẹn lé ló ń lọ.
Tàbá ṣiṣẹ́ tán.
Ilé ni gbogbo ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ilé ló ń sẹ̀ǹdẹ̀ sí i. A kàn ń ṣiṣẹ́ fáwọn tó wà ń lé ni. Ẹlòmíì tó wà lábroad ó ti rẹ gbogbo bóni.
Ojoojúmọ́ lèmi àtọmọ rẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀.
Ó ti rẹ gbogbo ẹni tó wà níta ó ti weak. Ṣe rí iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣe à ń ṣiṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ 5 years ahead of 2 years àti fast ju iṣẹ́ yẹn lọ bá a ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ nìyẹn. Ẹ wo àwọn bàbá dáàdì tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan iṣẹ́ ọ̀nà àwọn tí ì change aṣọ láti ìjẹta.
Mo gbọ́ tọ́nà wò
láti
sí
ìjẹta.
láti jẹ̀bẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀wò
láti jẹta 62 láti jẹta wọ̀ tí change aṣọ àwọn lọ ṣe ń bọ́ màmá wọn àwọn lọ ń bọ́ àwọn ọmọ wọn.
ẹni wọn lọ dalẹ̀ kọ́ dalẹ̀ yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run tó bá máa dalẹ̀ kò ní dalẹ̀.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
ìjà ìgún fàyàkùn kò ní jíjọ́ ta fẹ́ gba Odùduwà yẹn bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o bó ṣe máa jẹ́ nìyẹn ọmọ Odùduwà tó di kọ́ lèmi o.
to the call no going back tó ẹ ṣé gan.
me and my family bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn o
ẹ ṣé gan thank you very much.
mo kí madam Òṣàtọ́lá orí ètò wọn lé
òṣà nìyẹn òṣà nìyẹn
agbára Ọlọ́run àti gbogbo wọn tó kù agbára Ọlọ́run
ọkọ ìyá wọn ló dárúkọ yẹn ọkọ ìyá wọn nìyẹn
àwọn yàrá ìyanu
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
agbára Ọlọ́run ó kí yín o madam Òṣàtọ́lá ìbàjẹ́ o.
all right thank you very much.
ọkùnrin mi ẹ kú ètò ká máa dé tó lọ.
all right Àjọkẹ́ proper my sister my beautiful sister all the way in Cairo. mo kí gbogbo yín màmá mi tí ẹ bá mi dá sí ètò náà màmá wa Ọmọlára sunshine a máa sunshine ní gbogbo ìgbà ni ẹni bá ní Oòduà yóò ní ṣe é ṣe hey mama ó bẹ́tà kó keep ẹnu ẹ chún àbúrò mi kan pè mí látẹ̀kọ́ ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n mo rí fídíò yìí kan tí wọ́n máa ń jù sí mi mo jẹ́ kó sọ tẹnu ẹ̀ tán mo wá ń bí pé ǹjẹ́ Nàìjíríà ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ ó ní ẹ̀gbọ́n kò ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá ti ṣiṣẹ́ then that means pé ìjà tá à ń jà fara lé àtàrà àta ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá lórí Instagram ó ní kó 50 seconds tó bá ṣe ń tán pẹ́n a tún máa start again. Let me show us this image. 102 million Nigerians are now living in abject poverty. I repeat, 102 million. We talked about it this morning. Tó bá tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ Nàìjíríà kí ló máa ń wá sọ́kùn ẹ̀ pé tó bá gbọ́ Nàìjíríà. This broadcast is not going to go all the way on a very late one. At exactly 12:30, we're going to bring it to an end. It's for the benefit of those in America, in Canada, Australia, Japan, to have opportunity to watch a live broadcast and also at a convenient time for them rather than the old time that we do it in London. This asking for Odùduwà is our right, and we must never say we are sorry for asking for what belongs to us. A very good morning. Odùduwà is definitely getting closer. October 1st rally. Let's talk about that. I say good evening to those that are watching us live on our YouTube. Please, if there's any problem anytime with our pages, do let us know. I am back on Olayomi Koiki, not on a live broadcast, but I can do a start watch. So that means people that have missed us, people to look into us getting this software or these apps so that we can broadcast. But to my surprise, as much as the video that we had this morning had 8,000 views, if not about 10,000, not even $1 came true. I repeat, not even $1 came true, even after we ask that we upgrade some of what we are using from the. If truly and truly a fẹ́ kí message wa kó kárí káàkiri àgbáyé, we will not rely on one platform. We will rely on different platforms. I repeat, the video this morning was 10,000 views. But when I checked whether anyone contributed anything to even this software that we wanted to upgrade, is not a very good one. But I always have to bring this onto the broadcast so that when people think each time I ask for donation for the media, not for Oduduwa, but for the media, and this media that is now sacrificing everything, the time, the energy. But as I speak right now, and I know that my sister that doesn't want me to mention her name, that spoke to me all the way from America, I've just credited £100. She was shocked, just like I was shocked, that why are people not contributing towards the media? And I said to her, majority of the people are doing it, but it's just not coming in as much as we. But we cannot do this job properly if we do not have the necessary funding from the media perspective. If we want to finish this job, you will need the media. Sorry for those watching on Instagram. I can't. Just tonight, that my sister that doesn't want me to mention her name, she's the only one out of 10,000 people that watched the broadcast this morning. I've just credited, I've just looked at, because she spoke to me before coming on air. I've just donated £100. But since morning, not even £1 came in through that PayPal. Maybe people think that when I ask for funding for the media, they think maybe I want to buy something for myself and the family. But that's fine. We have a lot of things that we can do from the media. Without the media, we cannot win this war against the lunatic inside Location 9. You need the media. And I'm not talking about just me. You need all the medias. The same way you need Mayegun, the same way you need Bedu, the same way you need Oshatola, the same way you need David Hamilton, the same way you need Citizen AY and the Oduduwa TV and radio, the same way you need the Concern Omo Yoruba and all their presenters, Ahmed Olalekan, Baba Ekiti, Martins in Ekiti. I think we have another young brother, I can't remember his name, Dara Talk Show. Who else again? Adetokunbo Moba, Oja Sokpe. Who else am I trying to remember out of those of us that are talking? If we don't get enough support supporting the media cause, it will not get this message to where we want it to hit properly. Good evening, Joy Gold. Good evening, Olodumare. Rukayat Omawumila Sisi. I say good evening to every one of you. Emmanuel Elegbeleye. Good evening. Good evening, Akintoye Ruben on YouTube. Emmanuel Kazim Babatunde. Mamawa Iyabo Oluwole on Instagram. And we have people that are listening to us as well on Twitter. Let's come back to the conversation. Once again, we have a big task, and the task is everybody must come together to stop this, what we call one Nigeria. A lot of people are weak and tired. I mean, you cannot be running 2-3 jobs in a day, in a week. You will get tired. My sister that donated that £100 when we spoke said to me, she doesn't feel comfortable when children are in abject, when the children are not getting what they need inside Nigeria. And let me give you the statistics this evening. Between 0 to 4 years old, the total number of children that are in abject poverty is 8.8 million. I'm talking about 0 to 4 years old. So táwọn bí wọ́n bá tẹ̀ sọ pé àwọn kíá in táwọn ń ṣe, Let us think about these children that cannot talk. 0 to 4 years old. 8.8 million of them cannot have 3 square meal. No good road. No access to education. Basic amenities. 0. A lot of people say we need action, but we want to do this action, and those actions involves mobilizing and making sure that so many people knows about this project of delivering our people from this mental slavery. People are surprised. Sometimes they say, oh, how do you do it? You come out late in the night, in the morning. We haven't got the time to waste. Ní time kankan mọ́. Èmi náà ṣiṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni. Ẹ wo dádì wa tó pè lẹ́ǹkan. And I think we had somebody donated to our Naira account as well. One of our sisters that will be used to mobilize for some of the work that we are doing. We are now at the peak of that serious support, and this is not a joke. We don't expect everybody to give us that £100, but you must be able to contribute as little as $1 towards the media. It doesn't matter which of the media. As little as $1 so that we can complete this job once and for all. Don't expect TVC, Channels Television, NTA, Arise TV, Punch Newspaper, This Day, Tribune, The Guardian to talk about this every day on our behalf. So when somebody said, how do you do it? The question is, how do you do it as well when you do 3 jobs in a day? I am just doing mine as well, because this is what you all have asked me to do. And I'm doing it to the best of my knowledge. From tomorrow morning, we're going to start looking at something that will then think about the future of a Yoruba nation. So I'm just going to give you what we're going to be discussing tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, our topic is going to focus on efficient electricity supply through renewable resources. We need to start thinking, as we want to come out of the Yoruba of this contraction, we must also remember that we must tell people the benefit that we will get. Ẹja kí màmá wa pẹ̀lú tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀, màmá wa Yẹmí Folúkẹ́. Wọ́n ní gbogbo wa tí bá dá wọ́n ń béèrè pé ṣọ́mọ yín ni mo jẹ́ ni, ẹ máa sọ fún wọn pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò màmá mi tó dá. Welcome on board.
You can check WhatsApp here.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. Thank you very much. So, we must think. As much as we want to come out of Nigeria, I'm going to start also bringing guests to come and tell us what we should be expecting inside a new nation. I say thank you very much to those that are also believing that the media has a big role. And I say thank you to our mother for also just confirming a contribution. Media. I use the word media. Let's find out what is the definition of that is better than the contraction you have. You can go on the UK government website if you have. I say thank you very much to our mother and everyone that has been contributing. Let me bring my face. Believe that the media has a big role of this movement. Media will play the biggest part, and that is why I have sacrificed my media to back the Oduduwa movement. And this media that I talk about, when I'm going to bed now, I can play a slot of a document. But while I want to do a broadcast like this in the night, is to make sure that those in America, in Canada, in Australia, Japan, New Zealand, àwọn náà láǹfààní láti wò ní convenient time wọn, not when we are doing it on the other time when they are almost ready to go to bed. Our focus is the coming out of Nigeria, which we all agree. Anything around the world, media, let's confirm with Google. What is media? Let us go into it a little bit. Media. What do we understand by media? The role of a media. Let's add media as to it. What does this one say? Media House International is a full-service public relation, crisis management, and communication consultancy. I want to use my media 24 hours. The only thing I want to be using my media for now is Oduduwa. Nothing more, nothing less. And I'm not taking that word back. My media will be used for every part, whether I'm sleeping, I'm awake. When you go any part, message. And when people asked, these are where you can find us. Our Twitter handle. So if 1 million Yoruba to sign the poll and the petition, and if I scroll down more further down, this broadcast, you're watching it exactly right there. That is the broadcast that you are seeing. The same thing I'm showing to you is going live onto our Twitter. This is what media does. Mo fi tọwọtọwọ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò wá lórí Instagram. So when people say you are doing too much, I say no, you all are doing too much as well. I am just playing my own role from the media side. But we need to do more. So that, let's go back to the screen. Let us remember this figure. Let me go back to the next scene. This scene that I'm showing number to this page so that anybody that wants to call, we still have about 7 minutes because we're not going to go too much live. I mean, you know, all night anyway, but let me release the number 47594050979. You can call WhatsApp or you can call the direct call. People will tell you it's not going to happen. I laugh in Japanese. Yoruba Jimasun. I listen to different groups that we've created across Onibe. A total of 102 million of Nigerians. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at the benefit If you have not signed the poll and the petition, yes, the YouTube is working. If you have not signed the poll and the petition, from tomorrow, I also want anybody that needs the link and Tobani website. If you have a website, you can also add the poll on your website, so that as people are coming onto your website, they can see the poll and they can click on it and they'll go and sign it. At the moment, we only have less than 12,000 people that have signed the poll at the moment. Less than 12,000. I think when I checked it this evening before coming on air, it was about 11,000 something. Alright, let me go on the email. In the next few hours, in the next few days, there will be much more people that will have access to that poll, because it has been upgraded. Remember, we paid £312, so we will have more admin. So it's not just going to be one admin at the moment. At the moment, it's one admin, but in the next few days, there's going to be more admin, and there will be more hands on deck working around the clock to make sure that we continue to bring the best out of it. Once again, the Yoruba nation. Tomorrow, we're going to be looking at renewable source. Okay, it's keeping again. Okay, I'm not sure whether it's a software or maybe we need to. I'm going to have to look into it. I'm just seeing my sister comment that it's keeping again. So people are not really enjoying the YouTube. We have a caller that is coming from Nigeria. Okay, it's gone. Alright, I'll review the YouTube. I'm not sure why the YouTube is keeping. I can watch it. I'm watching it here myself, but I'm not sure why it's keeping. And the title should not even be the same thing. I've changed the title, but it seems that title has not been up, or maybe it's because I have just let me come out of the YouTube and come back in again. This job, everybody has a role to play. I'm gonna play my role every day as a full-time job, as a freelance, educating the people, telling them the reason why we should come out of Nigeria. If people are telling you, okay, I've upgraded that, it has been updated. So if somebody's still telling you, oh, Nigeria is going to work, tell them it cannot work. It's too late. It cannot work, and we must not deceive ourselves. It cannot work. So the only thing we can do is we should break out completely out of it peacefully, and we have every right to do so. Let me roll a video. I'm gonna have to say why we're having an issue with the YouTube, so we're gonna see something we can do to that. Let's roll a video. There's a video that I want us to play. Karo, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò.
Okay, ṣe kálẹ̀ orúkọ mi ní Emmanuel Adékúnlé Rẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́ láti Abuja ní ọ̀gá àdó Ondo State ní Jẹ́.
Ẹgbẹ̀rúnlẹ̀ ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, ẹ ṣé gan ni.
Because èmi náà ń try ní Facebook, God mo ní more than 4,000 people.
Okay.
Every day mo máa ṣe mo share.
Okay.
Almost 800 people.
Okay, that's good.
Ní Facebook. Àti sáyẹn kó yẹn ní ti sáyẹn àgbẹ̀ Ọlọ́run tó bá di ọ̀sẹ̀ tó mọ̀ máa bá yẹn. Mo ń tọ́ àti sáyẹn níjẹta mo ní some kind of mistake ní kíní mi.
Okay.
Tó bá di ọ̀sẹ̀ tó mọ̀ máa bá yẹn.
Okay.
ọlọ́run á ràn wá lọ́wọ́ níjà tá à ń báyìí ìjà eléyìí ti sún mi ó ti sún wa gidi because èmi Àbújá ni mo wà mo mọ nǹkan tí mo ń rí níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ ibi tí mo dé iṣẹ́ yes road sector development team. Náà àwọn tá à ń sọ yìí wọ́n ní agbára gbogbo mínísírì l'Àbújá àwọn olówó àwọn Fúlàní mo sọ fífẹ́ ṣàwùsọ àwọn Fúlàní àwọn olówó every organization.
orúkọ tèmi ni Ọláyínká.
I always want them to call. I think he called WhatsApp. Maybe because I said so, he got confused. I think it's a WhatsApp call. So I'm calling him back. It was a WhatsApp call. It was a WhatsApp call. Egberanle. Okay.
2 months now. Because ìlú yẹn nǹkan tí àwọn ṣe yìí kò dáa.
YouTube tonight. I'm just gonna take this call quickly.
Good morning. You just one question. Considering transforming on the ground, take flyers around spreading.
Good morning, Jack Olushola. The media, the media would do the media will do it. From the awareness, the media will do it. The communication between you, me, and those that you do not want to see. But if the media do not get the full backing of twin